There's a thought that you've had so many times, you actually stopped noticing it. And it probably sounds like this: I have to earn this. Or maybe it's, if I slow down, everything falls apart. Or maybe yours is, I'm only valuable if I'm producing something. Well, friend, you didn't choose that thought. You didn't just sit down one day and decide to believe it. It just showed up somewhere along the way. And then it kept showing up. And now it doesn't even feel like a belief anymore. It just feels like reality. Well, here's what I want you to sit with today. The anxiety you carry, the heaviness that doesn't lift even when things are going well, the fog that rolls in when you stop moving long enough to feel it. It's not a discipline problem. It's not a scheduling problem. It's not even a you problem. It's a belief problem. And this summer, we're going to find it. Hi, friend. I'm Christina Ryan, a faith-based purpose and leadership coach, helping you see the beliefs that have been driving you so you can anchor your life and leadership in identity and purpose. We're in week 2 of Summer on Purpose. And if you missed last week, go back and start there. We laid the foundation. This is a summer of decisions, not a feeling. This week, we go underneath it. If you stay with me in this episode, you're going to walk away with 3 keys. Why you are always being led by something, whether you know it or not. How the beliefs that drive you become invisible over time, and how to start asking the question that changes everything. There's also a free resource for this week. It's the Summer on Purpose Week 2 Reflection Guide. You can grab it at the link below. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Here's the first key. You are always being driven by something. Always. There is no neutral. There is no version of your life where you're just living, just responding, just deciding, just moving forward without something underneath it shaping every single move. The question isn't whether something is driving you. The question is what's driving you. You see, Paul puts it this way in Romans 8. Those who live according to the flesh have their minds set on what the flesh desires. But those who live in accordance with the Spirit have their minds set on what the Spirit desires. Did you catch that? Set on. Not occasionally influenced by, and not sometimes shaped by, but set on. You see, your mind is set on something right now. And whatever it's set on is what's driving the decisions you're making about this summer, about your family, about your work, about how much you rest, how much you push, and what you're willing to say no to. I want to tell you a story. A few years ago, I was working on something that I cared deeply about. And someone close to me said something about how much they believed in what I was doing. And my first thought was gratitude. My second thought, the one that came in right after, quiet and quick, was, well, that's nice, but I haven't done enough to deserve that. I didn't say it out loud. Heck, I barely even registered it. But it was there, and it had been there for a long time. You see, that's the thing about what drives you. It doesn't just announce itself, it just runs. And that brings me to the second key. Because once you understand that something is always driving you, the next question becomes, well, why can't I see it? The belief becomes invisible. It doesn't start that way. Every belief you carry was formed somewhere, in a moment, a season, a relationship, a failure, a message you received so many times it stopped feeling like a message and started feeling like fact. You have to work harder than everyone else. Asking for help means you can't handle it. Well, your worth is tied to what you accomplish. And if people really knew you, they certainly wouldn't choose you. These weren't always invisible. There was a moment, maybe in your childhood, maybe in your career, maybe in a relationship that just didn't work, where you absorbed one of these and it felt true. So you kept living from it. And the more you lived from it, the more it just became the way things are. Well, friend, Jesus says something striking in John 8. The truth will set you free. But notice what the verse before it says. If you hold on to my teachings, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. You have to know it first. You see, you can't be free from something you can't see. And the beliefs that have been driving you the longest are almost always the ones you've stopped looking at, because they've stopped feeling like beliefs and just started feeling like the way things are. It's not the truth. It's a belief that got so comfortable that it forgot it was a belief. But here's the good news, which brings me to my third key. If a belief can become invisible, it can also be found. And if it can be found, well, then it can be questioned. You see, you can question what you've never questioned before. You are allowed to stop. You're allowed to look at what's been running underneath your decisions and ask, is this actually true? Is this what God says about me? Is this what I actually believe, or is this just what I've been told? That's not doubt. That's not weakness. That's the beginning of wisdom. Psalm 139, verses 23 to 24 say, search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. Search me. David isn't asking God to show him the things he already knows about himself. He's asking to be shown the things underneath, the anxious thoughts, the hidden ways, the patterns that he couldn't see on his own. And that's the invitation of this whole phase of the series. Roots. We're not here to dig up your past and camp there. We're here to find what's been under the surface, quietly, consistently shaping everything above it. So you can decide, is this what I want driving my summer? Is this what I want driving my life? Because here's what I know. The belief that's been running you, it isn't permanent. It's not your identity, and it's not the final word. It's a belief. And beliefs can be named, and what can be named can be questioned. And what can be questioned can be replaced with something that's actually true. That's what this summer is for. Before we close today, I want to give you one truth to sit with. It's the foundation of everything in your week 2 reflection guide. I said it just a little bit ago. The belief that's running you isn't permanent. It's not your identity. It's not the final word. It's just a belief. And beliefs can be named. And what can be named can be questioned. And what can be questioned can be replaced with something that's actually true. If you want to go further, if you want to actually find the belief and name it and start asking whether it's true, that's exactly what the Week 2 Reflection Guide is for. You can grab it at the link below. It'll walk you through the questions I didn't have time to ask here. Friend, this work, it's not easy. Looking underneath, really looking, it takes courage. Most people never do it. Not because they can't, because it's uncomfortable to find out that something you've been living from isn't actually true. But here's what's on the other side of that discomfort. Freedom. Not the kind that comes from a better system or a cleaner schedule or finally just getting it all together. It's the kind that comes from knowing that what God says about you is more true than anything you've been telling yourself. You are not what drives you. You are who God says you are. And this summer, we're going to find the difference. This week's challenge is to name one belief that you're ready to release. Not fix, not solve, just name and release. What's one thought you've been living from that you're not sure is actually true? Write it down. Say it out loud if you can. And share it with #SummerOnPurpose. You don't have to share the belief itself if you don't want to. You can just say, I found it, I named it, and I'm ready. That's enough. That's the work. Don't forget, grab the Week 2 Reflection Guide at the link below. It'll walk you through the questions that help you find it. Next week, we go even deeper into who you actually are. Not what you've been believing about yourself, but what's been true about you all along. That's an episode that I have been waiting to make. Don't miss it. Subscribe so that you're here and share this with someone who needs it. You can drop a comment. What's one belief that you're questioning this summer? And friends, I'll see you next Thursday.